Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name's EJ Marino and this is About Last Night, the show where I talk about the movie I saw last night. We are jumping into a brand new review of the film Spider-Man Far From Home. Far From Home is the latest film from Sony Pictures and Marvel Studios. This follows Spider-Man Homecoming and deals with the aftermath of the Thanos snap and Peter Parker trying to return to his normal life. Torn between being Spider-Man and having a vacation with his classmates, he chooses the normal life, but it seems like the universe has other plans for our little Peter Parker. Soon, Nick Fury's like trying to call up the young Avenger because he needs him to join forces with this new person, Mysterio, and they're gonna take down these scary elemental monsters. Is this everything as it seems, or is there something underneath the surface? That's the drama that happens in this movie. Everything you see, you're like, but what's happening here? There's a question, like, you know in video games when the question mark pops up above someone's head? That's what the movie made me feel the whole time, because you're just like, let Peter Parker live his damn life. But that's basically the basic outline of this. Peter Parker's trying to have a normal life, but the world would not let him just be a normal neighborhood-friendly spider. Far From Home suffers from feeling like a less important, smaller scaled movie, especially comparing it to some of the recent Marvel films. Following Avengers Endgame is no easy task, and Far From Home does the best with keeping the ball rolling, but it feels like a step down for the franchise. I'm not saying this needs to be like an epic scale, like one of those event movies, but this doesn't even pack the same punch as Thor Ragnarok or Black Panther. This feels more like a bland Phase 1 movie than anything else. That's not to say Far From Home is a complete disaster. There's some great moments, but a few fleeting moments cannot save an entire film. The teen comedy moments of this movie were some of its best, and I actually would rather watch the John Hughes movie inside of this than rather slip back into the predictable and bland superhero moments, and there's a lot of those. Tom Holland is a bona fide star though, and the glue that holds everything together. Without him, I don't think this movie would work, and he truly adds something special to everything. He isn't alone though. Zendaya steals the show with her sarcastic but enjoyable MJ. Even their friend Ned, I really enjoy his work here. I think the actor's name is Jacob. He does such a great job in this movie as well. I really liked all the teen drama. I really thought that was something new. Even with his like girlfriend plot, I really loved all the, like I said, the teen stuff, that John Hughes 80s teen vibe. And then we would go to someone like Nick Fury, who yes, he adds in a few decent quips, but none of it is anything new, and honestly, it feels like Sam Jackson is saying these lines and waiting for that money to hit his bank account. It's actually kind of sad to see. What is his name? Quentin Beck. What a f***ing stupid name. The most polarizing actor in Far From Home is Jake Gyllenhaal though. While I think he is an amazing actor and a fine looking man, he just doesn't work well with the material. There's something about it that keeps me disconnected, and it ends up hindering a lot. His character Quentin Beck is interesting, has a lot to do in the movie. He's actually a really big part of it, but every time we would cut to him, especially during the second half of the movie, it would just be like, what movie are you in? Everyone's playing checkers and you're trying to play like pool over here. I was just like, what are you doing, Jake Gyllenhaal? Again, he's a great actor and adds something to this, but I don't think he's a right fit for this material, and honestly, I don't think he should be in this kind of superhero movie. Maybe something a little bit darker like a DC movie, or maybe even like a Winter Soldier, a more thriller kind of aspect from Marvel, he could work with. But this kind of cheesy, hokey superhero movie, this very like early 2000s type of vibe, it just doesn't work with Gyllenhaal. The action scenes are another slightly disappointing thing. There's one set piece in the second act that is mind-bending and truly the best part of the film, but it doesn't go down that route again. It's almost like they thought that was too cool and said, we're gonna have to like maybe do more different normal moments. It's, I don't know, by the time we're at that third fight scene too, I just felt like this was more of the same. Whatever team that they have cranking out all these action movies, like they told the director who auditioned for like Black Widow, and they're like, we'll handle the action scenes. Well, you might want to replace some of those members, because it seems like they're getting a little bit stale. Remember how I said it seems like Sam Jackson was getting bored? Well, it seems like these stunt people, or the second unit team that's filming on these action scenes, seems like they're getting bored as well, because I really didn't feel like they were trying to add anything inventive. Like I said, there was one type of like trippy, weird fight scene in the middle that I thought was stunning, that I thought was really interesting, but the ones near the end, or any of the ones before that, just felt so typical, just felt so been there, done that. All in all, Far From Home isn't the worst movie of the year, but I don't see it cracking anyone's top 10 of the year list. It's a run-of-the-mill Marvel movie and feels like a step backwards for the brand than a leap forward. While that first post-credit scene does set up a lot of stuff and really actually feels like one of the better parts of the movie, a post-credit scene does not make a movie, and honestly really just kind of shows that there's not a lot to talk about within the movie itself, and those post-credit scenes were like, that's the newsworthy stuff. And that's where I get worried with Marvel, where now again they feel like they're so worried about setting things up in the future and not spending time perfecting the things in the moment. That is it for my review of Spider-Man Far From Home. Obviously, I did not enjoy this movie a lot, but there's worse ways to spend your time. If you're a big Marvel fan, this is going to be right up your alley. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you're going to enjoy this. But for anyone else, be careful going into it, because it's going to be a lot more of the same that you're used to. Thank you so much for tuning into this review. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys give me a comment down below. What do you think of this review? What do you think of Spider-Man? Let me know all your feelings. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, because YouTube takes those very seriously. And again, subscribe, because I make videos like this every single week. Thank you so much, guys, and let's talk about Spider-Man in the comments below.